Is there an alternate universe somewhere where LeBron James woke up this morning and demanded a trade?
I saw some of that floating around Twitter. LeBron demanding a trade back to Miami. Like, I saw some of
Go
that.
back to Cleveland, man. Come on. Go play with Mobley and Garland.
And I just can't.
I almost did a tweet today, and I didn't want to start shit because everyone on Twitter is just so uptight during the trade deadline. But like, what would have been the most fun, realistic LeBron trade today? Like, if Philly had just said, we can't get James Harden. Yeah. Fuck it. How about Simmons and Curry for LeBron? And just like what their reactions would have been to that.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
But like, what other fun LeBron James? Because it would have to be a team that's a contender, right?
Honestly, like if there was some way to get LeBron to Cleveland for like the Sexton, Love, like, and whatever else that you need to make weight, it would just be so awesome to see him go back. And it's like, he goes from AD and Westbrook to Garland and Mobley and like just gets completely rejuvenated by going home again. I know it would never happen, but it is very, very, very intoxicating.
Are we sure Cleveland would want to do that? It's like they have like incredible chemistry right now.
No, Dan
if you're
Gilbert,
like, oh cool, LeBron's coming.
No, Dan Gilbert wants no parts of that. Like, he's finally put together his first ever winner without LeBron James. I don't think he would have signed off on that. Like, he wants his credit for this team at this point. I've always wondered, like, you know, when when things were going sideways, when Magic was quitting and like it was looking bleak for the Lakers there, and at the end of that first LeBron year, I was wondering what would happen if the Lakers were just like, you know what, we're done with this whole thing. We're just going to trade LeBron and just be a regular team and start with young guys. And I just wondered, like, what if they did like a Charlotte? Like, what if they trade LeBron to like a crappy market that wasn't Cleveland, right? Like he didn't want any parts of. And I was just thinking about stuff like Sacramento or possibly Memphis or New Orleans. Like, that's what I was thinking. At the end of that season, I wonder if a team like got spiteful like the Lakers and was just like, we're going to trade you to the highest bidder and like, we're not going to take any of your opinions into account, what that would be like for LeBron to just be powerless in a situation, just be shipped off.
Like if he went to like Atlanta. He's like, oh,
yeah,
LeBron, we've sent you to Atlanta.
Atlanta of 2019, though. This Atlanta, like that would be a freaking good situation for him right now.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking like, what would be a trade that he would kind of talk himself into, even though he'd be mad they traded him?
A team that he would definitely not talk himself into is the Orlando Magic. Could you imagine? Oh my God!
But yeah, like even though he had like his grumbles about them the other night, it would be like LeBron on Memphis would be amazing. I can't believe we're actually doing like 5 minutes on this. But like,
I think this is. I'm having such a good time.
But LeBron on Memphis would be like, do I need to move to Memphis?
What if Brooklyn called and said, we'll give you Kyrie and the 2 first-round picks we've gotten for LeBron?
I think the Lakers say no.
KOC kind of paused.
What if the Nets just said, we'll flip you Ben Simmons
for LeBron?
Wow.
Right now.
Wow.
And what if they call a couple minutes before the deadline? They call Pelinka. We'll give you Ben Simmons and 2 firsts for LeBron James.
How do you feel about trading the king? Wow. Would
that be the new greatest moment in Twitter history?
Ever.
LeBron has been traded for Ben Simmons.
Ever.
And a second round pick in 2027. That's the trade.
Goodness.
Yeah, if you're the Lakers, I don't know what happened to Davis last night. I don't know where his head's at. I also don't really know why he's that unhappy. Like, you chose to come to the Lakers. You're playing with LeBron. He's healthy. He's right there. Why can't the two of you kick ass against this shit Portland team? Who cares who your other 3 teammates are? I feel like they're taking a hit legacy-wise. I just can't believe that they're this overmatched. It's not like they're playing with like 3 guys they picked out of the first row. They're playing with NBA
what I
players.
Think about AD. I think to him, he doesn't want to lift a finger unless it actually matters. That's just my opinion.
Who
That's
the fuck
what it seems like.
Who the fuck is he? Bill Russell?
I have
What are we
no
doing?
idea.
What is
I have
happening?
no idea, bro. He's just wired that way. It just feels like AD is not, he's the antithesis of whatever Kevin Garnett has inside of him. That's what AD is. He's a supremely talented guy. Obviously he's a good dude or whatever, but like as far as like fire and passion and motor and like this idea that he's gonna come out and rip people's heads off every single night, that's not him.
It's
And
also
it's
like,
never been him.
it's weird because you'd think by at least AD and LeBron, because they've been on the Lakers for a few years now, they would know this. But like teams are now, they smell the blood in the water. And it's like Portland didn't quit on that game last night. Portland wasn't like, oh, we'll lay down. The whole point here is to get nuked so that we get high draft. They were like, we're getting after these guys. Like Nurkic wanted AD last night. Just same way Giannis wanted AD the other night. Like there's a little bit of like the king is weak, let's go after him happening with the Lakers. And I don't know how they dig themselves out of this, especially not if they don't make any friggin' trades in the next 120 seconds.
I was trying to figure out a Miami trade just now. Duncan Robinson and Kyle Lowry for LeBron.
I mean, the fact that we're spending so much time on like just the theoretical possibility speaks to how realistic superstar trades have become.
Yes.
I mean, Harden says I want to go to Brooklyn, Philly, Milwaukee, or Miami. He gets to go to Brooklyn. Then he says he wants to go to Philly. He gets to go to Philly.
No,
LeBron this
KFC,
offseason
we misheard him. He said he wanted to go to all of those teams. So he's just going to have like a carousel. And
he's on a world tour.
Next Christmas, he's going to be like, Wisconsin.
Here's the real reason that he would never want to get traded. For the same reason I wouldn't want to get traded. He gets to watch his kids play sports. There's nothing more fun than that. Yeah. He likes his life.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think ultimately he's fine.
And Jeannie would not sign off on that. Like to stab LeBron in the back, it goes against her one like coherent thing, which is we take care of superstars when they come here.